Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining the Refresh Your Recruiting Strategy, migrating from Taleo to Oracle Recruiting Cloud. My name is Katie Bull, and I'm the Business Development Associate here at Leer. Before we get into the presentation today, I want to cover a couple housekeeping items to cover. All attendees will be placed on mute for the duration of the presentation. Please submit any questions you have through the Q&A or the chat to speaker portal, and we will answer them during the Q&A portion at the end. We have a series of polls today that require your participation. These polls will help us cater the content to what you want to see. Also, a recording of today's presentation will be sent out in a couple of days. Today's recording, as well as all past Leer webinar recordings, are available on the Leer YouTube channel and leer.com. With that, I'll turn it over to our presenter, Aaron, for today's presentation.
Thanks, Katie. Today's agenda, we're going to go through some quick introductions, discuss Oracle Recruiting Cloud and give an overview, and then dive into Taleo versus ORC. What are some of the similarities? What are some of the differences? We'll discuss ORC implementation considerations, and then wrap it up with questions and closing. My name is Aaron Boltice. I'm a managing consultant with Leer. I've been implementing Oracle Cloud for the past 5 years. Prior to that, I started my career in payroll, moving over to recruiting and talent management, and then ultimately comp and benefits before moving to the consulting side. My past clients include Yum Brands, the parent company of KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Springfield Clinic, a clinic operated in Central Illinois, Idaho National Laboratory, a Department of Energy federal lab, and ITC Holdings, a electrical transmission company. A little bit about Leer. Leer was established in 2005. We're celebrating 15 years of business. We help our clients succeed by partnering with them to efficiently implement, integrate, and upgrade their software investments. Partnering being the key word there. We work to serve our clients and become a trusted advisor to them, and really, work with you as you implement this and offer strategic guidance so that you can fully unlock the power of your software investments. We're committed to a deep commitment to excellence and quality, and we're recognized as a CI member of Oracle Cloud. So that will start with the first poll question. Where are you on your Oracle Cloud HCM journey? Researching the move, currently implementing, or already live? Already live. All right, do we have some results? Looks like most people are already live on Cloud HCM. That's great. I'm really going to kind of dive into some of the key areas of how ORC is integrated within the Cloud Application Module. So a little bit of overview on Oracle Recruiting Cloud. ORC is designed to integrate within the complete HCM suite, improve candidate quality and recruiting speed with a comprehensive recruiting solution, provide a compelling candidate experience, include robust sourcing tools, and provide a mobile responsive interface on any device. So over the next few slides, I'm going to show how Oracle achieved those design goals with ORC. So you might have seen this slide before or seen this graphic from other cloud presentations, but I wanted to bring it up again as it is really a true key differentiator of ORC, that by leveraging ORC, you are leveraging the full power of Oracle Cloud HCM applications, and that is one platform, one user experience, and one fully integrated system. So you can see how recruiting fits within the entire spectrum of cloud HCM modules. Shared constructs. So this is really, how intertwined ORC is with core HR and other modules, and really where are the integration points. So work structures, we're talking jobs, departments, locations, grades. They're automatically part of the tool from requisition creation through the offering, through hiring. You'll see our base core work structures at all points within ORC. Job and talent profiles are integrated within ORC to identify the candidates in which we're looking for. Things like job descriptions, skills, qualifications, education requirements are all linked within our profiles. It also gives us the ability to utilize powerful features within ORC like candidate matching. Personal information automatically syncs contact information from candidate to hire. So your address, your phone, all that is automatically brought down when you're converted into an employee after hiring. Flex fields, use flex fields that are created on assignment within ORC, whether it's on the requisition or in the offer. Flex fields share the same constructs in both ORC and core HR. Languages, multinational companies can use languages and geographies in which they operate in. You could have these that set at different enterprise levels, and you can utilize these different languages also within your career sites. Comp and salary information, if you have individual comp plans, for instance, you can utilize these at times of hire. So if you have a sign-on bonus or car allowance that needs to get added, you can include that within your offer. You can also bring that directly into your managed salary and compensation module. The next couple slides, I'm going to talk through hiring experience. So starting with job requisitions. If you're a recruiter, you know that recruiting starts with creating a rec. ORC is designed to be flexible and also improve recruiting speed. So there are options when it comes to create a job requisition. Managers or recruiters can initiate in the system. You can create a requisition on a template, existing rec, or a blank form. You can choose sections to include. You can use approvals or bypass approvals altogether. You can really it's really flexible with approvals on how you can set that up and how you want to set up that workflow to include different levels of managers, for instance. You can tailor your postings for internal and external sites as the message you want to share can differ from an internal posting to an external posting. So now from a candidate sourcing perspective, once you've created your requisition, it's time to source your candidates. So you can start campaigns to advertise your requisition to internal and external candidates via emails, LinkedIn, and other channels. It's mobile friendly. You can track metrics such as views, responses, candidates, sources, and other metrics as well. Candidate pools are used to identify a group of candidates from your candidate library. This can be based on a skill, job, location. So you enter something that you're looking for within your requisition, and it'll automatically pool a bunch of candidates together that you had from your library. It then allows you to build your pipeline, prospects, and send out invitations to apply. The create candidate profile, this allows you to quickly capture candidate information. So whether it's a referral or a career fair, it gets you that info quickly and allows you to save that to follow up at a later point. Now, let's talk candidate experience. So what does this look like from the candidate perspective? The key for internal candidates is it looks exactly like their HCM portal for all things self-service. So if your current payroll, benefits, or HCM client, it's going to just be another tile on your landing page where you can click into and have the same look and feel as your other modules. You can search for jobs, refer coworkers, and see where Cloud might automatically be matching you to an open requisition on your skills. You can apply directly with your talent profile, and you can use include attachments for resumes and stuff like that. For external candidates, you're going to apply through an external site. This is often our first impression of an organization, so you can tailor and personalize your landing page. Search for jobs without having to create an ID or password. Validation is done on email addresses. So kind of a little bit of how these two stack up, the external and internal site. Both are natively mobile responsive. It allows for partner enablement and pre-screening questions. Both of these may differ though in how you use them. For instance, if from a partner enablement perspective, you might not need a background check for an internal candidate or ask a pre-screening question like, are you legally able to work from an internal page? But that is available in both sites. Resume parsing is available on the external site, but internally, as I mentioned, we use the talent profile to apply, but you can still attach a resume, make it a required field. Ultimately, the difference comes down to internal career site is part of the HCM platform and inherits the theme. Search, apply, refer, all there. With the external site, you need to build it. It's configurable with templates available, but it's up to your organization to create your landing page. So we're going to our next topic, ORC versus Taleo. How do they stack up? With that, we'll start our second poll question. What tool are you currently using for recruiting management? Taleo, Recruiting Cloud, other ATS, or do have talent acquisition software? All right, poll number 2. So it looks like most of you are on Taleo currently, and so this is probably an informative basis on how things stack up here. So in terms of similarities with Taleo and ORC, both from a platform perspective, both are enterprise systems. Some of the largest companies in the world use both Taleo and ORC. And both are cloud applications. Multiple career sites can be built. From an HCM perspective, though, you just have that one internal site. That's part of the HCM application. OTBI reporting technologies are available for both. Table structuring and subject areas differ, so you're not able to port over any OTBI reports you might have built in Taleo. You will have to recreate those in ORC. ORC, you do also have BI Publisher reporting available to you as well. Both support multiple languages and natively mobile supported. From a user experience perspective, you can brand your career sections, have pre-screening questions, tools and interviews, scheduling, email, feedback, candidate matching, approvals and notifications, all available on both systems. Things may differ a little bit on some of the features on how they work, but from a general perspective, those features are available. Configuration from the Taleo side, we're used to UDFs. In cloud, we have descriptive flex fields that can be created. We have requisition templates and pipelines that are supported for speedy recruiting processes, and then templates for job offers that can be created. Just like I said, just some differences on how this is set up. In cloud, for instance, with job offer templates, you use BI Publisher to create your templates. So what are some of the differences? What are some of the things that differ from Taleo and ORC? Obviously, the biggest one is that ORC is a native application within Oracle Cloud, and Taleo, you need to leverage a delivered integration. Address validation occurs in Cloud HCM at the time of application. If you're currently on Taleo and integrate into Cloud HCM, you know that this can sometimes be a pain point, as that same validation doesn't occur in our Taleo system. In Taleo, logins are required, and you have that concept of the candidate portal. It's not necessarily the case in HCM. You apply just with an email, and that address is email address validation is done at time of application. Candidate status tracking is done through a communications agent in Taleo, and communication is done through system-generated emails in ORC. Sourcing-wise, as a candidate, you can say, you know, how you were referred to a job, but it doesn't automatically capture that in Taleo. Whereas in Cloud, it automatically records whether it was an email, LinkedIn, Indeed, sourcing response that you reply to on the requisition. Chatbots and digital assistant are available in Cloud, where they're not available in Taleo. And then the disposition process just overall differs a bit. You still have disposition functionality within ORC. It's just set up a little bit different when in fact you use the reasons, and you really have to kind of create reports on why someone may have been rejected on a particular requisition. Implementation considerations. So why move to Oracle Recruiting Cloud? Why move off of Taleo? First, Adobe Flash. If you're on Taleo, I'm sure you probably already know this now that by the end of the year, Adobe Flash is retiring, and you have to either upgrade your current Taleo or move off of it altogether. Integration support and maintenance costs. Even though the Taleo to Cloud HCM is delivered, there's still data issues or maybe changes that we are making within Cloud HCM that then we have to update our integration. And there's costs associated with maintaining those integrations and making those changes. And then lastly, ORC maturity and 20B enhancements. A lot of what I just covered in the previous slides was actually not available when ORC first came out. For instance, our pipeline requisitions, that is a new feature this year. With all the investment from Oracle and feedback from its customers, ORC is quickly maturing as a product. Benefits of ORC include an improved candidate to hire process and consistent UI user experience, both really hitting on the same application, same user interface. Leverage additional cloud capabilities. I mentioned chatbots, digital assistant, and the endless possibilities with BI reporting. But I also wanted to include that this gives you also the ability to leverage the full HCM suite, improve the candidate to hire process further by implementing onboarding. You can use Learn to embed training videos, use career development to give employees clear goals of what the next level job looks like or looking for in terms of skills. So a wide range of tools that you can improve employee engagement that doesn't stop at hiring. And then reduce costs, whether it's maintenance or support. Having this into one system can help reduce those costs. In terms of functional implementation considerations, it's important to understand current state. What is our current recruiting process? Where are these big disconnects? Also understand what UDFs you are using and that you need to capture. Typically what we've seen from other clients is that a lot of the UDFs that we have set up in Taleo are to help or be handled by that integration into core HCM. Also understand your current career site and portal design, as features either might be going away or this is an opportunity for improvement to change how maybe the look and feel is from an external career site perspective. In configuration, it is important to understand that the key concepts of ORC and how you want to design it. It's best practice to not overcomplicate. You may want to consider limiting the number of application flows, CSPs, career sites, or job offer templates that you have created. Sometimes it's difficult to manage all of these moving forward post go live. You may also want to consider implementing talent profile, or perhaps there might be some updating if you're already live on Cloud HCM. Have you move to the new talent profile? If we were not maybe using it, you might need to do that. Also onboarding digital assistant. These are key additional modules that can help enhance your ORC experience. Technical considerations. Supported objects for data conversion include candidates, job requisition templates, applications, candidate pools and members, talent profiles, resumes, content library and prospects. Pretty much everything except for job offers are supported on HDL conversions. Third-party integrations. Consider partner enablements. For assessments, Infor and Harvard are delivered partner enablements, background checks, HireRight, vertical screen, universal, job boards, eQuest, broadband, telemetry, video integrations, Easy, Recruit, drug testing, Career Builder, Sterling, available through partner enablement. Reports, understand what is delivered and within the recruiting dashboard, and what maybe you need to create, and consider a reporting strategy on what's essential for your reporting needs. So implementing ORC, as far as implementation goes, our Leer methodology follows key phases of mobilize, design, build, test, deploy, and stabilize. For mobilize, we are getting resources up to speed, both on the consultant side and the client side. Client readiness really involves hitting the ground running, getting you up to speed on those key cloud concepts in order for you to make informed design decisions. In design, we like to execute a P1 prototype that we are able to use to demonstrate future state and capture configuration decisions. In build, we're building up the prototypes 2 and 3, building our integrations, converting legacy data, and piloting for the first time with you. In test, we're completing our end-to-end user acceptance testing, completing training, and our communications. Deploy is our cutover, we're going live, and then lastly, stabilize, post-go live support items, any other maintenance items that maybe we need to track ongoing once we're live. So from that, kind of brings us to our closing slide here. Why understand what are the current ORC capabilities? If you're thinking to move from Taleo, understand what ORC has to offer, recognize those system differences and process gaps, and then consider why moving, what we need to do to move, when are we going to do it, and how are we going to implement. And with that, I'll turn it over to questions.
Thanks, Aaron. So the first question we got was, can we have ORC standalone like Taleo?
That is a good question. And the quick answer is yes, you can do coexistence. If you're familiar with that type of model, either from talent management side or perhaps maybe as a workbench item, you can implement that as standalone. There are things with in Core HCM that you still will have to set up, but it can be implemented standalone, although it's not fairly common to see that.
Great. And the second question we have is, can we handle offboarding in ORC?
Offboarding would be done within the Core HCM module, leveraging and onboarding module, leveraging those checklist templates. So it's technically kind of a separate template from a disposition perspective, though there are different email templates and stuff like that you can leverage. If it's in terms of a candidate, perhaps rejection or something.
Great, thank you, Aaron. Out of respect of just everyone's time, we're gonna follow up with everyone individually with all the rest of the questions. If you guys have any additional questions, please feel free to send them through the chat as we're wrapping up here. So please join Leer for our Quest Digital Forum. So this is replacing the Collaborate conference, and we're going to be having a digital booth that will be available from May 27th until June 18th. We will also be presenting on a variety of cloud and PeopleSoft topics, and we will be sending those links to those sessions with the follow-up. We are also presenting on another cloud topic for our Leer Learning Lab, which is focused on reporting and security within your cloud application. Registration details will be sent out with the recording, and they are also available on aleer.com/news/webinars. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to Aaron. His contact information is below here. And as always, please engage with Leer on social media. We have a ton of new content coming out weekly that I think you guys would all enjoy. We appreciate you attending the webinar today, and have a great day. Thank you.